Good morning, folks. Very good morning to all of you here. With me today I have Robin Gupta, also known as Punjab Police, the big bad granddaddy of Battlefield 3 India, who has now been smitten by the DOTA2 bug. How does it feel to be here, Robin?
Oh, it feels absolutely amazing, Kshitij. I've been casting a couple of games before also, and I've seen beautiful action happening, great teamwork, amazing work play of all the teams, different teams playing, having different strategies, and I must say I've also seen very unusual picking right here. It's a couple of matches earlier. I've seen players, characters like Bottom going into the match. Different things happening and all. So that's the best part of the game. Very nice things to see, and here we have another matchup today between Oblique Gaming and DMC, brought to you by the Alienware Game Victorious Regional Finals. Thanks to Alienware and Microsoft Windows for arranging such a beautiful tournament. Kshitij.
Also, a big shout out to Dell computers. Without them and Alienware, this could not have been possible. The supreme quality of hardware that has been supplied to us has made this all come true. Also, a big shout out to Lord Nod Productions. Thank you for having us here. Today's matchup is really interesting. It's Oblique Gaming and DMC. DMC being one of the most long-standing teams in the Indian Dota 2 scene. They've been there almost every time there's been a tournament. They've been a sustainable team. They've been together. They've stuck out for each other. I've always seen these names: Zoom, Pyro, Punk, and the two, I guess, they're new, but these three names have always been there in my memory. Whereas Oblique Gaming was recently picked up by Oblique Gaming. If I recall correctly, it's based in Chennai. I may be wrong, so don't hold me to that. But they consist of 3 members out of the ex-Rocket.ROG clan, which going by the name of Evil Ash. There's Prophecy, who used to play for Rocket, and there is Ronak Sen, who is now playing as Mr. Crowley. We see the bans coming out. The bans on the Radiant side, we had Tidehunter and Leshrac. The new format gives us only 2+2 bans in the initial stage. That allows more of the imbalanced heroes to come into the hero pool being used. That we see more of action from these imbalanced heroes. We have already seen Tidehunter and Leshrac being banned. On the Dire side, we have Naga, Siren, and Morphling being banned. 2 carries being, one potential carry, a semi-carry, support hero. Naga is so versatile. And Morphling is a really awesome carry, plus the master of escapes. He can get out of any position. And on the Radiant side, Oblique Gaming has picked up Templar Assassin. I must tell you, this is the best performing hero that Mr. Crowley has played with. Ronak is just too good with that hero. He's shown it time and again. He can literally decimate the opponents in no time alone. While on the DMC side, we saw Invoker and Rubik being picked in quick succession. It seems they have a strategy in mind. What do you think?
Dude, I'm telling you, these teams are the best of the best of the best teams right now fighting each other, man. If you think you know if you understand the limits of aggression, if you think you know the limits of oppression, check this out, man. These games are beating all those limits. There is no limit to action. There is no limit to teamwork. The reversals are amazing. You cannot just say who's winning, who will win. There are definite fights and great matchups going on with these teams right away. I've seen Oblique Gaming wiping out the teams like Flush, DMC doing wonders against teams, and this action is absolutely amazing. That's going to happen. Divine Merchants of Chaos, DMCs against Oblique Gaming. Right in front of you. 3 picks have already been made. Lanaya Disruptor, the Chaos Knight, taken by Oblique Gaming, as against Invoker, Rubik, and the Brewmaster. Especially I'm a fan of Brewmaster. I mean, he's been actually doing some solo lanes recently and performing really quite well. And then he's just not scared of anything. Just dashes into and creates havoc on the players. I'm really expecting great action. Still 2 picks to go. I see the captains are putting some real mind into, actually deciding what to go for. And that's probably the right thing to do. We are awaiting a ban from team DMC. What do you think the ban is going to be?
Well, it's hard to predict now. With the recent changes, it's utter chaos here. I have really lost track of what's going to happen, and I see myself unable to predict at this point because of the huge changelog that has come out. It's almost a 9-page changelog, and to go through it, to sit through it, it's a huge task. And with so much going on, it's been really tough. But we do intend to have an absolutely awesome session where we'd get some of the team captains from the Indian scene and sit down and make a patch log discussion session on video that would go out live. That is something that definitely needs to happen. We see Chaos Knight and Brewmaster here, extremely tanky heroes on both sides here, whereas Disruptor with the huge range, which was, I believe, which was nerfed from 1,800 to 1,500 or so. I may be wrong. The range on the glimpse. So he is marginally weaker, but he's still the Disruptor, and the Disruptor actually stands true to every alphabet in the world. Now, we see Darkseer being banned. Again, it's a pretty standard ban. It has been a standard ban for a long time. The chaos that he can cause with the vacuum, the ion shell, and the wall is unbelievable. And he can basically get out of any situation with the surge. On the Radiant side, on the Oblique Gaming, we have Beastmaster, Shadow Shaman, and a Venomancer being banned, one after the other. Now, Venomancer being banned is completely logical because, as I've mentioned many times, Templar Assassin's nemesis, arch nemesis, is Venomancer. The damage per second, the little damage stings, it's minuscule, but what it does is it wears off the refraction, and that completely makes Lanaya just another hard hitter without items. If she cannot have that refraction or the meld, it doesn't give her much scope.
Yes, I agree with Dinesh, but I must mention the Pudge as well. I've seen Pudge giving a really hard time last matches. Have you seen those matches? Did you find some time to see those matches? I'm afraid not, no. But I've seen these teams doing wonders with Pudge against Lana, having a really hard time. Good fighting going on. So we have a pick of an Earthshaker. Oh man, we're gonna see some awesome fishers now. I've seen a couple of Earthshaker moves, in the last night, and he was great saver. He's actually saved, life of many characters, and then being a very good initiator as well, he's been doing wonders all over this place. Great to have Earthshaker on Team Oblique. I'm expecting very good matchup from Earthshaker now. Awaiting another pick from Team DMC. Do you think they're going for some counter pick mechanism here?
5 seconds remaining.
Well, we can't be too sure about that. Now, from what we can see, they need a hard carry right now. And the team on top, Oblique Gaming, already have a Templar Assassin and a Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight would be strong late game with the illusions. He can simply single-handedly take out Tars without any hesitation. On the other side, we have a magical damage component that is stronger. We have Invoker, we have Rubik and Brewmaster, who are a little more strong on the magical component damage side. Now, everyone is just spell intensive and therefore would need a lot of mana. But they do not have a physical DPS hero. They do not have a hard hitter. They do not have a right clicker. They've also gone ahead and banned Lina after the Darkseer. So they want to avoid any chance that a support would go that would aid Templar Assassin here. But still, a pickup of Earthshaker has become rare, but it's still an extremely viable hero. The Fissure still happens to be one of the most important spells in Dota, the level 1 spell. And an Ancient Apparition gets picked. Now, another magical damage dealer, and the Chilling Touch got a little buff here as we speak, and the ultimate can really get all these heroes in no time, and the healing would be disabled completely. That's the great part about Ancient Apparition's ulti. On the Oblique Gaming side, the last pick we have in the form of Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is undoubtedly one of the most awesome mid-solo heroes here, apart from obviously Invoker, who is also very good. But Queen of Pain with the harassing, the Shadow Poisons, the Shadow Strike, she literally doesn't let the opponent stand in front of her. And the rune control is just impeccable. With the blinks and the wards, she can easily dominate the map.
Oh, but I see Lana and Queen of Pain as the mid-solo hero. So do you think this is going to be some kind of competition for the mid here, or they actually planned out this one?
Well, it's tough to say because Chaos Knight being a melee definitely needs support. And we see a Gondar being picked, a Bounty Hunter being picked on the DMC side. An amazing counter to the invisibility that any invisibility that the other team can offer, be it a Templar Assassin or if someone happens to get a rune off or something, anything happens, Gondar is there to protect them. It's an amazing pickup. The final DPS, the hard-hitting Gondar, and let's check out who's going to play who. It's Zoom playing Invoker, Punk playing the Rubik, and Pyro playing the Gondar, and we have 1, 2, 3 playing the Brewmaster, and ultimately there's Baka playing Ancient Apparition. The game has been paused for some reason. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Oblique Gaming picks. In Oblique Gaming, there is China something who happens to be playing Queen of Pain. I believe that is Paneet. He would probably be going mid solo, if I can recall correctly, because Templar Assassin, I mean, it works both the ways. Both are versatile heroes, both can stand their ground against anyone, a tri-lane, a dual lane, and a single lane, because both have that escape mechanism in them, a refraction and a meld in Lanaya, and a blink in Akasha, which Queen of Pain, which gets her out of anywhere. What really needs to be seen here is the disruptor support that is going to play a key role here, because on their own, Earthshaker himself is very weak. He needs that armor. He's very low on armor and HP. He can easily be hit, bashed down, or right-hitted down mid-game. He needs that support. It's up to the supports here to actually give time to Lanaya and Queen of Pain to make sure that they get their strong mid-game up. A fast dagger, phase, and bottle on Lanaya means that they will be in a dominating position. Meanwhile, on the Oblique Gaming, as we were looking at, Queen of Pain is being placed by China, and Bendover is playing Chaos Knight. Evil Ash, who has spelled his name as Evie Ash for some reason, is playing the Earthshaker, one of the best supports in India, and who is supposedly one of the best players as well of Dota 2 in general, and definitely one of the best supports in India, is playing the Earthshaker. Meanwhile, we have, as I mentioned earlier, we have Mr. Crowley who is playing the mid-solo Templar Assassin. Boys, we're in for a show here. Believe me, if there's someone to watch out, it's this guy with his awesome Templar Assassin. He's been playing that hero since like forever. He loves that hero, apart from Invoker, and he seems to be facing Invoker himself here. Right hits being exchanged here, little harassment. He has leveled up Refraction at level 1. We do not see any first blood attempt being made at this moment here.
Alright, that's a good thing to see, because I've been watching some smoke attempts in the very first go, and there have been good effects of it, there have been bad effects of it, unwanted and wanted effects. But I see the players have gone for a very stable start in the beginning. They're just going for standard farms, tri-lanes happening all over the place, and mid-solos are again doing a little harassment though, but they're still focusing on farming. I do not expect a very good ganking scenarios in the very beginning of the game, but then no one knows what goes in the minds of the players right now. So there you go, Invoker versus Lanaya in the middle, both harassing each other technically, It's quite hard to see.
It's just like they're just trading hits at the moment. Lanaya with her Refraction and the Psyblades being leveled up to 1. Psyblades actually received a huge buff. The range at the max, at the 4th level, is increased to 240 from, I believe, which was 200 earlier or something like that. But the difference is huge, and it almost makes her a fully fledged range hero. Gank goes out. Awesome Earthshaker comes in to save the day for Oblique Gaming with a perfect.
You see that, man? They just thwarted the gank right there, man. This is what we're talking about. Immense support. The Earthshaker is meant to support, and that's the kind of support we were expecting. A possible gank, maybe a first blood that might have happened over there. Earthshaker coming in with a fissure and stopping them right then and right there. Excellent team play.
Excellent map presence by Earthshaker. Like I said, he's one of the best players in India at the moment. Definitely one of the best support players. And he was right there. He knew what was going on. Map presence is impeccable. He knew what was happening here. People were rotating and trying to gank Lanaya to avoid her to become strong in the mid-game. And that's exactly, the attempt was thwarted by Earthshaker. Amazing fissure there. And just saving the day for Lanaya. These are the key moments that would define the gaming for Oblique Gaming, and they really need to get this happening, as long with Lanaya getting her farm, because right now it's really tough for Invoker here. Meanwhile, on the bot, we see some initiation action going on the Disruptor, but they just retreat back. They're very close to the tower. They'd just be tar hugging at the moment, and the Radiant team are actually farming it easily. They've decided Brewmaster will be farming, which is obviously a logical choice. They seem to be coming closer a bit, although Disruptor is a little more than his half HP here. At any point, Rubik, an initiation can go off. They do have skills to pull off at least Earthshaker here. Chaos Knight is I'm afraid to say, a little tanky for them at this moment, but still, there is scope here. Meanwhile, at the mid lane, we have Invoker who's just trading hits. A cold snap being taken. He's going again for the Quas Vex build. I predicted that he would probably go, people would probably adapt to a Exort Quas build due to the changelog, because the Exort has been buffed immensely, and the Quas Vex build have been nerfed. We see hits being traded, the refraction and the side blades, the spillover damage really being targeted precisely, accurately at Invoker. He's already at half HP. The regen due to Quas actually going up to 10 now. He's got 3 levels of it. And hits being exchanged all over the map. There's not much action happening. The score is 0-0 on both the lanes. I think this is going to be an awesome game. Both teams are really watching out for each other.
Definitely they are. They're playing defensive, minor trading of hits here and there. But we see that Lanaya is making all the kind of rune control. She's absolutely maintaining a rune control. Previously she's got invisibility, now she's got a regen. So that's absolutely helping her. Invoker might be in trouble for that. But we see Invoker, all the aggression on the Invoker. You see she's constantly hitting, trying to wear off that refraction. And there, as we speak, it goes away. So they're just farming up and maybe preparing themselves for the sort of later action that's going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, this is where the action is happening in the Alienware Game Victorious Regional Finals, brought to you by Alienware, Microsoft Windows, and Dell. So we have some stable action right now. I wish really, Kshitij, I really wish I could have some more screens to put up, covering all the map areas. I mean, it's so hard to see in one area and it's action happening on the other one. Oh man, this is really exciting.
Well, that is so true of what you've spoken. We see a fissure going down, a nice block, a blink initiation, first blood by Oblique Gaming, Lackey EL drawing the first blood on Baka, and the Ancient Apparition falling for 418 gold. Meanwhile, Templar Assassin actually activated her regen rune and actually got nowhere. It's just probably to rejuvenate from the hits that Invoker was landing on her. And now, finally, the first blood has gone down, 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. DMC have lost one of their own, and the first blood would definitely go a long way in helping these guys, the Oblique Gaming guys, to really catch up, because they're facing against an Ancient Apparition and a Rubik. Both happen to be ranged and have skills that have an awesome cast range, so they will be forced to stay back at this point. But getting these skills off is very important, because this would enable them to actually come a little closer and actually leech off some XP or some gold. That's very important. Meanwhile, we see Earthshaker actually going again, and he is lucky to get an Invis rune, and he signals, obviously, Lanaya should be the one to pick it up. Meanwhile, you see a standoff going there, Invoker versus Lanaya, traps going out, he's going to get a refraction on, and excellent Ghost Walk to use there, and Lanaya successfully escapes.
Oh, there you go. Earthshaker comes in with an invisibility rune, is definitely going to go for the kill here. They're just waiting patiently for Invoker to make one mistake, and so he can get in with the Fissure and Lanaya finishing him off. They're just going to focus on this area for a while, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Invoker is he's persistent in coming in, but he's hardly realizing. Earthshaker comes with the Fissure and lies all over him. Maybe he gets a kill here. Maybe he gets just one hit. There he goes. Invoker is down. The tower is hitting Lanaya. I think Lanaya will be safe from it. Just in time, Lanaya gets out of the tower, and then another kill in credit to Team Oblique Gaming. Lanaya just killed off the Invoker with the help of Earthshaker there. As you rightly mentioned, man, this Earthshaker is absolute good support, man. He's just waiting patiently and making things happen.
Exactly, and he's living up to the name, and from what I've been told, he's definitely a guy to watch out for. Excellent play by Lanaya there. She's been so aggressive throughout the game. Invoker actually, there wasn't much he could do, but he needed to fall back in time, but he could not make that happen. Meanwhile, Earthshaker with a magic wand, and has just a magic wand, a branch, taking hits from the tower, greedy for that wagon there. Earthshaker actually gets 4 hits on him from the tower. 2-0 is the score in favor of Oblique Gaming at the moment. Meanwhile, Akasha actually going top, trying to get a kill on Gondar. Sentry wars are up here, but she chooses to fall back and keep farming. Gondar has to retreat because he has almost no regen items, nothing to rejuvenate from, no replenishable items.
This is actually bad, man. He should not leave the lanes like that. I mean, it's good to get the courier busy with these items and all.
And we unfortunately missed a kill happening there. Lanaya actually picked off someone here. It was probably Barca. And I'm sorry, guys, you had to see that. You couldn't see that, in fact. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, we have some action going on. Rubik picking up Lanaya, the field, kinetic field being up there. Lanaya popping off hits, the Bruisemaster with his stun, the slow, the tornado, the EMP coming. Lanaya still chasing after Invoker. She tries to focus on Invoker here. Has the glimpse running out. Lanaya chooses to melt down into the surface, going invisible. Gondar cannot do much. He did not track Lanaya, and so she's safe. Now they're spamming their skills in that region. They know she's there. She's just waiting for the refraction to pop up. Now she'll try to run away from this. It's very tough to say. She won't make it out, and she goes down.
That was sheer bad luck for Lanaya. She did try to get in, but that was absolutely not her day then.
Well, yeah, that's true. She should have at least got one kill and then retreated back, but due to the positioning, they just couldn't get any one hero down, and she was forced to stay in the ground there. And you know, staying there would have ultimately killed her because they would just keep spamming spells in that area. She had to run. She had to use refraction, a level 4 refraction, 6 instances of damage being used. And now we just have Ancient Apparition pawning Lackey the Disruptor for 236 gold.
Awesome action happening all around. This is really good. I just wanted to see how the Queen of Pain is doing.
Oh no.
Oh, she's farming all well in the lanes. Well, is this a free farm for her?
Well, it kind of is, because they all have grouped up at bot to, you know, defend and try to get these guys on the back foot here, defensive mode, and you know, but that's the point where Queen of Pain can take advantage of that. Once she has that level 4 scream and a maxed out blink, she is so mobile. She can literally blink in anywhere and blink out of any bad situation, and it's easily sniping off heroes like it's no problem.
I agree.
And we have some action going on. People are grouping. The Disruptor and Earthshaker seem to be a really potent combo here. Earthshaker with his energy booster already up, he chooses to go for an energy booster first. That would enable him to cast more of his spells. He still is not level 6, although he just has his level 3 Fissure and a level 1 Enchant. Now that's just 2 skills and an energy booster. Meanwhile, we see some action going on top. A track being laid on Queen of Pain by Gondar. Gondar has a decent farm. Like, he has a stout shield, he has bottles and boots, 16 creep stats. Let's take a quick look at the last hits and denies. Queen of Pain lead in the pack with 59 last hits and 18 denies. Brewmaster actually following up closely with 47, and Templar Assassin following with 44. The difference between Templar Assassin and Invoker is huge. Invoker, both of them were solo mids. Invoker is actually sitting at 29 here, but whereas Templar Assassin is at 46 is to 11.
Alright, that's a good thing to do. We see the Queen of Pain just literally dancing with their Gondar and Invoker and just trying to harass now. And Invoker just tried to have a kill on Queen of Pain, but she doesn't seem to admit. While Lanaya farms freely in the middle lane, the bottom lane continues to triumph 3 on 3. Is it 3 on 3? Yeah, right there, it's right there. Alright, so Chaos Knights continue to farm, and so does the Brewmaster. I really hope things are looking pretty stable now. Standard farming going on. We're seeing less of ganks here. Why is that, Kshitij?
Well, it's basically a really important game, and I guess both teams are just waiting for the wrong move on the opponent. One careless mistake, one out of position hero, and they pick up and they go all out on him. That can define this game, because they're just waiting for one mistake on the opposition's part. And we see Lanaya actually showing exemplary rune control. Almost every rune has gone her way. She has those psionic traps at level 1. She's allowed to place 5 of them. She's picking up the runes. She's got her phase boots up. She's just 500 gold away from that blink dagger that much needed, and simply awesome to be put. The blink dagger that can, you know, literally, she can easily snipe off support heroes in no time.
Oh, really?
And yeah, that's true. And meanwhile, Invoker has his Invoke level 2. He's at level 8 with a Tornado and a Cold Snap here. They're just exchanging hits. Lanaya is not... She cannot do much. Invoker... The reason Lanaya became popular was to counter the Invoker's presence in the game, because Invoker had become such a solid first pick, the mid-solo, stable mid-solo guy, but Lanaya totally, gets him off his game. The Cold Snap can do nothing. And the refraction and the side blades from Lanaya, the meld, Invoker is utterly useless in front of Lanaya, and with a support, Lanaya easily picks Invoker off.
No, Lanaya seem to be a favorite of all the teams right now. I've seen Lanaya almost in every game, and she's been picking up really good credits here. And if you're telling me that he's just a counter pick for Invoker, it's quite obvious here. You know, Invoker is actually having a hard time against Lanaya, because other games I've seen in which Lanaya...
We see a Psionic Trap going on. A Fissure again lands, just misses, and a Meld. Awesome Tornado and EMP there. Rubik tries to land some hits. The tower landing a few hits on Lanaya. Invoker escapes on a sliver of HP, just 20 HP. A very timely Tornado just pops Lanaya off the ground and gives Invoker enough time to evade her through the fog, through the forest, using the fog to his advantage. A bad luck on Oblique Gaming, but impressive play there by Invoker. Quick fingers, snappy fingers. What do you think, man?
Oh, absolutely good reflexes there, man. Tornado did save his life over there. I mean, it's only a matter of one more hit. 20 HP, we're talking about 20 HP, man. And then Lanaya was just standing near him, he would die, man. So they're going for the tower now, is he? Although the tower is almost down to around 30% of the HP. What is the status on the other towers we have?
Tower has been denied.
Oh.
Bounty Hunter on DMC actually denied the top tier 1 tower here. Akasha, or Queen of Pain, wasn't really active there. She has died, in fact, and that allowed Bounty Hunter to actually deny the top tier 1 tower. He's actually retreating back to base as we speak here, has a phase boots and a bottle up. I believe we could see a phase and drums build that has become very popular with the Bounty Hunter since the international. Going for a drums is absolutely essential. The mobility, the attack speed, the auras that it gives you. Stacks amplifies that, you know, something that track already gives you.
All right. That's an added advantage Gondar has, and now we see some action happening on Chaos Knight. Gondar doesn't, he's totally serious about it. DMC giving a really hard time to Oblivion Gaming. Let's see.
And something is flying in the career. Let's take a look at what it is. It happens to be a bracer, so we can say the Chaos Knight is probably going for a drums build. A Fissure lands, getting 3 heroes in one line. Shadow Strike lands, Bruise Master, Kinetic Field popped up. Lanaya taking a lot of damage. They're trying to chase down. Bounty Hunter goes down. Nesaj hits him down. And tornadoed up is the Disruptor. Akasha waiting for him to land. Now they're going after the Brewmaster. Lanaya gets her invisibility. Brewmaster using his smash. Another Cold Snap. Another Enchant Totem and a Fissure. Chaos Knight actually stunning again. Brewmaster 3-second stun lands on him. Refractioned. Lanaya gets a hit and Disruptor gets the last hit on the Brewmaster. Lots of action happening there. Lanaya is now going back. And meanwhile, just one on the other side. Invoker actually comes in a little late. And Ancient Apparition actually died in that fight really early. He was one of the first guys to actually die. And Lanaya actually, the key item here is she has a dagger. That is what it was all about. They knew they had a dagger, they knew they had the upper hand, and they knew they need to take an advantage before it gets out of hand.
You know, Kshitij, I'd like to be seeing the Ancient Apparitions lore a little more stronger and more aggressive, as you see, Paisy. I believe he should be the one who should be initiating all the gangs, actually, no? What do you say? No?
With Ancient Apparition, with his huge cast range of the slow, and now we see a stun actually going down on Bounty Hunter. They do not have vision as we speak, and the tower is actually denied by Invoker. That's 2 denies coming out of the Radiant side. And as we speak, Templar Assassin actually brings down Ancient Apparition solos. I'm sorry guys, there's just so much action happening. We thought the action was coming on bot, but this Lanaya is just not ready to stop. She wants to go and hunt down anyone she can find alone. She has the blink, she has another 2.1k gold in her bank account, and the rune control, the bottle, she's all over the map, man.
Yes, tremendous action happening all over the place, but still the heroes have seemed to be dispersed around, getting back to all kind of farming. They know that the gank did not go in favor of Team DMC, right? That one. You know, the trade-off was like there wasn't actually a trade-off. 3 heroes died in that gank, and no loss to Team OG. And then they decide to retire to get some farm, get some gold up, try to build some more items, be more aggressive and more beneficial in the future ganks that are coming up. So right now we're just seeing a constant farming here.
And Akasha, Brewmaster purchased a Blink Dagger as we speak. He has his Arcane Boots already up with a Magic Wand, a Stout Shield, and a Blink Dagger. So the initiation part that you were talking about, Robin, now this is it.
Okay.
Brewmaster is the one who will initiate. Blink in, smash, land that Thunderclap, and then he would, if he's focused down, when he's just about to die, he'll pop that Primal Split off. Or he can choose to, just clap, get in, blink in, clap, and then Primal Split immediately, because it gives him 3 units with awesome skills to use. A Tornado, a Stun, a Dispel, and
that's exactly
the
what
work.
I've seen Brewmaster turning the tide of every battle, man. Once if we figure out he's about to die, then he pops up the ulti, and then all the others are dying, man. Come on, what is this? Seriously.
Exactly, and as we speak, the Radiant team, the 4 of them are actually rotating towards bot here, trying to pick one hero off and get this tower down. The tower sits at almost full HP as we speak. The tower difference is completely in favor of Oblique Gaming at the moment. There's the gold graph that is going steadily downwards, that's going in favor of the dire side, plus 5,000 and plus 6,000 if I'm not wrong, plus 7,000 almost. And in terms of experience, we have, I'm sorry, that was the XP I was showing you guys. Yeah, difference in XP. This is going towards plus 7.5k at the moment, and the gold as we speak is also going towards plus 7. Is actually breached the 7 mark, and we see a gank going off here, and Disruptor being Invoker being pawned, Invoker pawning Disruptor. In fact, the Tornado taking care of the Disruptor in just a few seconds here.
I think Disruptor was just in a bad place at that time. He did not expect all these guys to be there.
A stream of pain. Brewmaster goes down in an instant. Earthshaker taking a little bit of hits. Top action going on top. We are actually lagging a bit. For some reason, there seems to be a little framing issues here.
The action is turning the screen, man. I'm telling you, this is the action that's turning the screen. Nothing to lag about it.
I know. I guess the connection just can't handle the action that these teams are giving us.
That was the scream actually which shake the all. The
hero stop.
Hero stop?
Hero stop. Running in this place for one. Yeah. Alright. So the Templar Assassin again with the double damage rune. She's just shown awesome map control in this entire game. We can take a look at the wards. We have one ward being placed here on top of the cliff, and that has just run out as we speak. The Dire team have put one of their observer wards in the jungle here. We see some engagement probably not going to happen here. Ping signals going out by the Dire team, signaling towards the psionic trap that was laid here by Lanaya, showing that these two heroes, the Brewmaster and Gondar, have actually crossed that trap. They're heading towards bot, and that is a signal towards the Chaos Knight to retreat back. He has his Django and he has his Drums of Endurance. I'm sorry for that. Django was the name that they called it in DOTA2. He has his drums and 1.3k gold in his bank account. He sees some teleport support in the form of Earthshaker coming in. Earthshaker with a gem already. I guess that's too early. I mean, instead of going for a dagger, he could have gone. He's gone for a gem here. That should help them a lot in counter warding and spotting that bounty hunter off. Meanwhile, Templar Assassin has popped off her double damage rune. She has also, in fact, been spotted by these creeps, if I'm mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Well, she did, I guess, but the creeps she did not attract them, the aggression from the creeps.
I think she was looking for the Brewmaster right there, and just successfully evaded, maybe spotted them. And since there's a little stable thing happening right now, I have a very noob question for you. Okay, don't scold me for this, but this is very noob. Tell me, we all know that the wards, they block the spawning of the neutral creeps, right? Does the Cyclonic traps also do that?
The psionic traps, in fact, do not do that.
Okay.
They do not do that because they themselves are. I mean, I don't know. They haven't been used for that purpose so far. Mm-hmm. They have not blocked runes, neural camps so far that I know of. It hasn't happened.
So there's a new question then, huh?
Well, I guess. I mean, it's up to anyone in the audience to, maybe if you have an answer, please let us know by typing in the chat, or catching us wherever you can find us and letting us know. It's an interesting question, but as far as I know, the psionic traps do not block the creep spawns. They just give you vision and a slow that gets activated on a unit. That's all that happens. But let's see, you know, maybe someone in the crowd is a better mechanic master than us.
I don't know where I get these questions from. This pop in my head. Okay, so we have an action happening on Roshan. They're going to easily take it down, no?
Well, yep, with the refraction and the desolator on the Lanaya.
She's got a desolator now?
Yes, she's got a desolator, the refraction, the meld. Roshan should be no problem. There enough tanks to actually tank up that Rosh. And as we speak, he's gone down. Levels and experience and goals gained by the Oblique Gaming, a huge advantage going towards them.
That was less than a minute when they killed Roshan, right?
Absolutely, less than a minute. And it's so awesome, like, to see them taking the initiative and going for the Roshan when they know that the DMC team is on the back foot and they're playing defensive here. If we recall correctly, it was Oblique Gaming who started with a defensive game, except an Earthshaker actually roaming just to protect the Lanaya, protect them.
Right.
And now it's the other way around. The patience has finally paid off.
No, that's true. We might have some action happening in the top lanes here. Queen of Pain going for the runes, I believe. So they are all over the towers here. I don't see DMC is holding themselves back. Why is that? They're all scuffed up on the bottom tower. We have possibly the tower should go down. It's the time that DMC should gather around on the bottom tower, which they actually are doing to defend it. They are in no mood to stop, so Team Oblique Gaming keeps pounding the tower. Maybe with the next creep wave, they're just going to go for it.
Well, the only hard hitter is being picked off carelessly, out of position, and Lanaya actually taking out EMP Tornado combination going out here. Lanaya easily taking them both and still has 4 instances of refraction remaining on her. Without the hard hitter, they are all spell damage. It's a complete spell damage attack here. There's not much that they can do here, and without Gondar, the track won't help. The track is not there to help them. It's just 4 versus 5, and yet the Dire have chosen to fall back and continue farming, perhaps get some key items. But as we speak, Earthshaker is really close to his dagger here. Or has he bought it? No, he hasn't. It's not in his stash. Let's take a look at the courier if it's there. It's not there. Well, he's very close to it, and he has a dust of appearance that is probably. Well, the gem actually has. What happened to the gem, man?
Where's the gem, man? Where did the gem go? Check out.
Let's take a look. Oh, it's with Queen of Pain. That's the reason she was able to pick off Bounty Hunter. In fact, the interesting thing is Bounty Hunter's actually gone for a Vanguard instead of what we thought. He would go for a Drums of Endurance, the standard build. He's chosen to go for a Vanguard, and it's the most defensive build that a carry can go for. As a carry, your role is to hit hard. It's 25 minutes into the game. You should be able to hit hard, at least the supports, when picking them off alone. But here, Bounty Hunter is with a Vanguard, and he just cannot deal much of physical damage.
And perhaps it's just the support nature of the Vanguard, which Bounty is, actually providing to Lanaya and all the other teammates that's going for, since they're focusing Lanaya to, being the absolute carry of this game. So that's maybe the only reason that Gondar seems to be going support build only. What makes you think?
But that can be true. But what's happening here is on the Dire team, they have so much of firepower that the Radiant team cannot withstand.
Oh, okay, that's
the Radiant team cannot withstand it. Even if Bounty Hunter chooses to go for a defensive build, tries to support them, but then who does the damage in Radiant team? They have no one to deal the damage. It's all magical that's happening here. Meanwhile, and these guys, once Lanaya has her BKB, she already has an Aegis and Desolator. If she gets that BKB, she is unstoppable. She can basically go in for 9 seconds, she'll be immune, and she'll just be hitting the crap out of any hero that comes. Because all of them are weak paper heroes. And Gondar is the only one who's thought of buying a Vanguard, but that decreases his value in terms of a carry, a damage per second dealer.
I agree, but then as for Gondar is concerned, he relies on either being stealing kills, making last hits, or maybe finding some roaming heroes. But the fact of the matter is that Team OG is not roaming at all alone. They are moving in groups. That absolutely is making Gondar's position really more tense.
Meanwhile, as we speak, Queen of Pain actually gets her Orchid, and a key item here to actually silence one guy and amplify his damage. There is simply a lot of heroes to actually silence here. Gondar can be silenced, but she already has the gem, so it should not be that necessary to spot him. They have Invoker who can be silenced to keep the plethora of spells that he'll throw at them away from them. he will not be able to do that. And again, Lanaya with a double damage successfully evades a tornado EMP here. She's trying to land hits with the refraction here on the tower, trying to make use of the refraction that she's enabled here. And it finally wears off. It's just 2 hits away the tower. Will it be denied? Yes, Invoker denies it, gets the last hit off the tower. Lanaya just miscalculating it a little bit. She just needed to wait, possibly fake an attack and then get that tower, but I guess she did not expect him. And a smoke gang goes off. The Die team in a smoke here. Oh my god, this is going to be exciting, but there doesn't seem to be anyone they can target at the moment. All of them are collected at top and are together. It should be very difficult for them to do anything.
Oh yes, that's true. So they're now focused on the middle tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Lanaya continues to hit the middle tower as we speak. Oh, this is great action, even though the smoke did not do much of the things as intended for Oblique Gaming, but then they did try to get some kills, but so lucky all the other heroes on the other lane. So, but then they still try to hit as much as on the middle tower, and now they're just trying to, planning on the attack on maybe on the top tower they're going. Yes, I believe they're going for the top tower. They're all massed up there. Earthshaker looks for a spot here, a sweet spot, and he can be really useful. Just plan a hidden attack, where there's a fissure from all of a sudden from nowhere, and then all the gangs happening, all the fighting happening. There you go.
Action happening here. Tracked Lanaya. She's on low HP. She has the Aegis. She'll die down, but with the Aegis, there's no problem, no harm. Earthshaker finally comes in after Lanaya dies. Echo Slammer Fissure lands, getting lots of kills for Evil Ash, is dominating, and still after the Primus Smith going up, Tornado, one hero up. Evil Ash is taking the hits. Lanaya back and lands 1 hit. Queen of Pain getting the last hit on the Brewmaster. Now they'd easily go for the tower here. It's a 5. It's a nil for 4 trade here. All 5 are alive here, and it's just amazing to see that sort of coordination. They knew Lanaya, they had the upper hand. Lanaya had the Aegis. She could easily walk in. They can focus on her and she can die. But she still had the Aegis to come out of it, blink and then start her menace.
Right, that's very true. But I think this is pretty much it for Team DMC. They've called for 2 again. And what does it mean calling a 2? They want to go next game, or what was it? I didn't see a 2 in the chat.
is under attack.
As we speak, Invoker actually goes out without a fight. Lanaya just takes a nice sweet spot on top, and she's again chasing the Rubik, who actually has the melt stolen, and she tries, and finally Templar Assassin dies. Ancient Apparition here, pawning with a nice blink and a thunderclap from Brewmaster. She's overextended herself, acting a little cocky there, Ronak, are we?
They're mocking each other, man. just mocking each other, right? And Dota and Dota2. And it doesn't make sense. She just went to it just to show off. That was a complete show off, man. You have to say that was complete show off. Nothing else.
Yep, definitely. The Mr. Crowley there, actually getting a little cocky. Thinks after picking up Invoker, he can actually go under towers and get out of them. No, that doesn't happen, my friend, and pays the price with his life. Anyways, it was entertaining for us. Thank you for that. And now let's get back to the game. We have Akasha, Queen of Pain here, with a completed scepter here and an orchard. Now she is quite the person, who can control every lane really fast. She can defend, she can fend off a massive wave, and with that low cooldown, that's just 40 seconds, she can also use that skill to clear off creep waves.
Yes, I've seen her doing the creeping thing, I think she's the next one to Sand King who can clear waves really right now. And if you do see these guys in combination, Sand King and Akasha, it's like a matter of 1 second, I think so. Alright, there's a fight happening here.
Ancient personality flying in, he's in the air, gets hit, stunned just before dying, lands a 4-second stun, and because of that they manage to pick up the Brewmaster, who blinks into the tower, a miscalculated blink. Now they're chasing after the Radiant team, and they've retreated. Akasha is still trying to chase down this Invoker. 4-staffed Invoker is actually making a run for it, and he's trying to get his Ghost Walk. Will he get his Ghost Walk up? His Invoke is on cooldown. He doesn't need that actually, because he knows they're not trying to chase him anymore. But it was a bad trade here. 3 for 1. Again, Oblique Gaming just losing one. Nessage, who before dying lands that key stun on Brewmaster, a 4-second stun. When Brewmaster just blinked in under the tower. Quick reflexes, really quick fingers here. You need to be at your best potential here. You need that focus to really realize in that fraction of a second that Brewmaster's actually blinked in under the tower and you have to stun him. It's so tough.
That's professional action that we are watching, ladies and gentlemen, right here at Alienware Game Victorious Regional Finals. We are very, very thankful to Alienware, Dell, and Microsoft Windows to present us with such a beautiful tournament, such professional play, so much amazing reflexes we've seen, amazing teamwork, nice flying couriers everywhere, and we're really thankful for all amazing games that we're seeing right now. There's a professional guy happening again. There's a track there by Gondar.
Gondar actually spamming his track. EMP Tornado going down on the Queen of Pain. They're trying the blink in, the thunderclap, the tracks. The primer split has actually gone off. BKB popped off by the Chaos Knight. They're actually going after Invoker. Evil's himself, kinetic field goes down. Lanai is actually there, landing the last hits. Templar Assassin getting Bounty Hunter with no problem. This is what we were talking about. Again, Brewmaster ended Templar Assassin's killing spree by blinking in. The primer split, the thunderclap actually getting Lanai again. The hits that they're popping off. Disruptor with very little HP. Again, Chaos Knight wants to continue the fight. Disruptor actually pawning Rubik's head. Now we have again an EMP going off here. Tornado following up with a tornado. Thunderclap taking care of it. Gem has fallen down. All of them have fallen. Disruptor and Chaos Knight have fallen down. Use himself up just to save his ass. Now Queen of Pain is actually here. She's deciding what item to pick. Keeps the teleport scroll down just to pick up the gem. Obviously is the more valuable item of the two.
Exactly. Very nice matchup that we just seen. Pretty much action, but the team DMC did manage to get some kills now. Apparently to the over-exaggeration of team OT, possibly.
Absolutely, you're right, Robin. I think there is a component of complacency that has come into Oblique Gaming here. They've become a little overconfident of their good positioning here. But even after that, I do not see the Radiant team actually managing to land awesome, powerful hits in terms of physical damage. The physical DPS is still in the hands of Lanaya, who is, well, I guess she has a BKB flying to her. Does she have it? And yes, as we speak, it just flew back to her. A BKB is here.
There you get your 9-second immunity.
In fact, a 10-second immunity with an 80-second cooldown at the first charge. What the thing with BKB is, every time you use it, it falls back 1 second. Okay. And the cooldown decreases as well. So it'll be 10 at the first, then 9, then 8, and it'll keep going 1 second each time you use it to 5 seconds. That's the last stage. Okay. Then it becomes a 5-second immunity.
Okay.
That's the reason BKB has to be used really wisely, and you cannot keep wasting it. There she goes, and she initiates on Invoker on half health. Dust goes off, BKB being poked off. Now they're just running away from her because they know they have to waste this BKB because they can't do much BKB. Kinetic Field actually bring back Gondar. They get him off. A silence, a Cold Snap being gone off. Earthshaker jumps in with an Echo Slam, a Fissure, 3 of them dying in no time. My God, the Scream of Pain actually taking care of everyone. GG, well played is the call. Everyone happy here. Oblique Gaming actually proving themselves here. They know that they can get cocky, but the game is in their hands. They can do whatever they want. They can have their fun. But in the end, they are in the stronger position at the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, Evil Ash has lived up to every word of expectation we have had from him. Imba support we did see from Earthshaker coming in. Just check out the blink he just made. Just literally stopped everyone from moving right there. Amazing gameplay right there. Match between Oblique Gaming and DMC. Ladies and gentlemen, round 1, this round goes in favor of Oblique Gaming. We are in for round 2. Stay tuned. This is Robin Gupta, Punjab Police, and Kshitij right here with me.
Absolutely, Robin. Awesome game here. Big shout out to Alienware and Lord Nod Productions for making this happen. Dell, Microsoft Windows 8 is the operating system of the future. It's the place, it's the platform to be at. Again, an amazing game. Evil Ash, seriously, man, you're an awesome support player. We've seen that time and again. You've just proved it in this game. DMC, well, hard luck. I mean, a little better. I don't know what I can suggest here. But overall, it was a very nice game, dominated by that Templar Assassin and the support of Earthshaker that played the key role here. And a really awesome game. Now, meanwhile, we'll wait for the second game to load up, and we'll get right back to you.